hole in the wall pharmacy, all coming to get their medicine. Tony, look, that's for you. Sushi Hokkaido. Get everything you need here, mate. And next door, they're selling traditional Chinese buns and dim sum. Had one of those buns yesterday. Got them everywhere in Asia, delicious. There was artwork on the wall in this little alley. As soon as you get in these little alleys, it's really cool. The sun's blocked out. So it's, yeah, it's a lot warmer out on the street. There's all kinds of fascinating stuff going on down there. Is that a restaurant? Yeah. Nice food. See how quiet that is now. Off the main road. Hoi An Coffee House. Oh, looks nice. Yeah, this is quite a common way to live in Ho Chi Minh. Quite a nice coffee shop. Famous roundabout with that horse. Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Sorry.
So I've ordered my coffee here. I'm going to have it up there, overlooking the roundabout. Should get a good view from up there. I'll have a look at my map. I had to buy another one because I left mine in the shop yesterday. So again, this is the map. Lifestyle bites of Vietnam. I'm starting in the south in Ho Chi Minh City, riding to Dalat in the mountains here, and then going to Nha Trang, a beautiful beach resort I've been to before. And then basically, I'm probably going to hug the coast all the way, so I like being close to the sea, and then up to Hanoi, and then across into Laos. But I spent so much time in the mountains living in Chiang Mai that I really like to spend some time by the sea. Yeah, I really enjoy the ocean. Just being near it, not necessarily being in it, but just being near it. I think it's beautiful, so there we go. Yeah, right now it's basically rush hour, and during the day it's pretty busy, and then it'll quieten down a bit. Sorry, it'll get busy again in the next rush hour in the evening, and then it'll stay busy most of the night. So my plan was to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to go. I'm going to try and get straight to Dalat, 300 kilometres. I should easily be able to do that. I start at 5 o'clock, stop for lunch along the way. There's nothing really I want to see between here and Dalat. And I know a guy that owns a hotel there. He used to work in Nha Trang as the receptionist, a place I've stayed in before, so he invited me to stay at his basic hotel, and so I'm going to go and stay there and see him again. That'd be nice to see a familiar face. Yeah, that's tomorrow's plan. I've got to put some gas in the bike today, run a couple of other errands, and then yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, it's dead. It's funny, the roads are dead at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's so busy by 7, but from 5 to 7, it's dead quiet, so it takes about an hour to get clear of the city, so I'll do that tomorrow morning. And then we'll go on our way into the mountains, Dalat, which is, used to be where the French, when the French were running Vietnam, it's where the government used to go when it got too warm in the summer. It's like a hill station where they retreat to for cooler climate. So there we go. Boom. See the lady here still carrying these like they're kind of giant rice cakes. Sweet. Oh, they've got seeds on them. They have those in Thailand as well. Often sell them at traffic lights, like a guy will walk out and sell you a bag of those. Just having a little walk. Very interesting. That beautiful tree, really nice. This is some kind of museum, not really a museum person, unless it's really interesting. Oh, it's a nice old staircase through there. Yeah, not really a museum. Guys in their Viet uniforms, they're very proud people, very proud of their nation, but you don't see these guys everywhere. That's the first group that I've actually seen. You hardly see any police. Doesn't seem to be hardly any crime from what I've heard. Very safe place, very well run communist country. Actually a bit funny to call it a communist country almost. I mean, it's pretty nice, man. They've got all the trappings of modern society with their own flavour to it. Yeah. Wow, man, a load of stuff left over from the war. Jesus Christ, what was that? Is that an American helicopter that was shot down? Oh my god. More guns and stuff up here. War is not my thing, but it's obviously played a big part in Vietnamese history. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah. This guy's fishing, got his float and his bait. Wow, what you got on there? Whoa! Oh, like cricket. Yeah. Good. Oof. Interesting. Yeah, it's a bit hazy today, but there's some massive building going up there. I wonder if there'll be a sky deck with a view when it's finished. It's funny because that's the centre there where all the financial stuff is. And that looks like that kind of building, like a flagship financial centre or something. But I don't know which district that's in, but it's way out of the centre as far as I know. Another cafe. That basically every 10 shop at least is going to be a cafe. Vietnam. Little dog, jewelry shop. Look at this street. Hot dog. Hello, hot dog. Hey. English, yeah. That's sweet. Really interesting Vietnamese street. No tourists around here. It's funny, last time I was here I remembered the language being quite hard when it's spoken, but this time I don't know, I must have misremembered that because it sounds very close to Thai. It is quite soft actually. Some of the words, although I think they're different, they sound almost exactly the same. I think they've got different meanings. And the look of the people as well, I mean, ethnically it's the same region. I mean, they all pretty much came from the same place. So you see, yeah, I mean, you could, if someone plonked you here and there weren't signs written in what they call it, Roman script, you could mistake this for Thailand very easily. Wow, they're building a new skyscraper off in the distance there. That's the roundabout. There's a like Hinduish temple there. But that, I think, will be the tallest in the whole of the city once that's done. I think that'll be the tallest one. Just going to have a walk back down there along the river. See if we can see the boats or anything. It looks like they're building a whole new area over there actually. That looks like it's going to be really tall afterwards. Right. Look at this guy, man, doing the sugarcane. It's one thing actually I don't see in Thailand, really. Well, I've never really noticed it. I noticed it in Cambodia and now here. I think they use sugarcane as a fuel. They turn it into a fuel source in Thailand rather than drinking it as they are. Yeah. This guy's fishing. Got his float and his bait. Wow, what you got on there? Whoa! Oh, like cricket. Yeah. Good. Oof. Interesting. Yeah, it's a bit hazy today, but there's some massive building going up there. I wonder if there'll be a sky deck with a view when it's finished. It's funny because that's the centre there where all the financial stuff is. And that looks like that kind of building, like a flagship financial centre or something. But I don't know which district that's in, but it's way out of the centre as far as I know. Another cafe. That basically every 10 shop at least is going to be a cafe. Vietnam. Little dog, jewel shop. Look at this street. Hot dog. Hello, hot dog. Hey. English, yeah. That's sweet. Really interesting Vietnamese street. No tourists around here. It's funny, last time I was here I remembered the language being quite hard when it's spoken. But this time, I don't know, I must have misremembered that because it sounds very close to Thai. It is quite soft though. Some of the words, although I think they're different, they sound almost exactly the same. I think they've got different meanings. And the look of the people as well, I mean, ethnically, it's the same region. I mean, they all pretty much came from the same place. So, you see, yeah. I mean, you could, if someone plonked you here and there weren't signs written in, what they call it, Roman script, you could mistake this for Thailand very easily. Those shrimp nuts. Looks good, yeah? Ooh. Full. Wow. Bangkok. Oh, Bangkok. Bang Sao. Yeah. That looks really good. It's like a pancake with veg in, with prawns and chili on and stuff. It's really good. Wow, this little girl. Woo. Alright, delicious. Look at that, all fried. It's really tasty. I don't know what those are. So I haven't seen those before. Very delicious, but very bad for you. Thank you. Cheers. Oh man, so yeah, I'm just walking in some like really untouristy places. God man, no foreigners out here at all. It's got a really unique feel to it. Got to get out in the middle of the road before I get killed. I find this just fascinating. It's like, they don't tell you to do this in the guidebooks, it's pretty obvious anyway to anyone, but just walk around the local neighbourhoods. Just see a million things you don't see normally at your home country. Oh, look at these kittens. Oh. Oh. And a big dog. That ancient like video game system. Well, not ancient. I'm sure the games are today. It looks archaic. Man, this is so interesting. So yeah, the main downtown's over there. I've crossed over the river to get here. I don't even know what this district is. It's such a big city. It's millions of people. I can't remember exactly how many, 10 million or something. But yeah, to explore all of this, I'd probably spend years doing it. And we've got sushi here. So that's 68,000. 50p? Yeah, something like that. 50p for each little dish of sushi. What? This woman delivering food, this is quite common. Guys sat around like, and girls sat around like this, and the local restaurants will carry the food out to them. What a terrible life, eh? Oh, that looks good. I think that's fried chicken and rice. Soups. Same. Yeah, I guess for a lot of people, you'd live in an apartment block like this. I mean, it's lovely downstairs. These lovely shared spaces, they're spraying cold water out. I mean, yeah, apartments, it's very common in Asia. You'd be lucky to, if you've got a house, it's normally because it's been in your family for years. It'd be very expensive downtown to have a house. Sure, life is not bad at all in these places. New Japanese hot pot restaurant, Tony. Get the sense a lot of this kind of stuff, like the nice foreign stuff, has just come quite recently maybe. Pizza, bloody hell. Live some life, I tell you, out here. Might have simple houses, but fucking, that's all the nice stuff. So I'm just about to cross over a bridge here. and head back to the other side. Over there, it's like tourists everywhere. Pretty much every street you're going down is tourists. But as soon as you get across to this side of the river, no, I haven't seen a single tourist or a single foreigner at all. Bread, meat. So it looks like they're building a whole new part of the city. All these skyscrapers here, and then they've got golf there. The big nets up there. It's a golf driving range. River, and the river snakes around there. And then this is the old, or this is the current centre. Wonder what the view's like from the top of one of these, because you're looking down the river. That's out towards the ocean there, and there's a town on the ocean. I think from here it's about 50 kilometres or so to Vung Tau, and that's a beach resort, so you can take a hydrofoil boat down the river to get to Vung Tau. It's probably the best way to do it. It'd be quite fun as well. Yeah, so that's where the river here opens out onto the ocean. So I think it's 50 kilometres, could be a bit more than that. Impressive buildings though. And this is the back of the zoo here. The zoo backs onto the river. Gotta say, the food and coffee drinking options in this city are insane. What have you got there? Chinese. And then you've got, that could be Japanese, Sapporo. Oh no, Sapporo could be Japanese. That food looks Vietnamese. Circle K. But the food's just, you've got every kind of food you can imagine from all around the world. The quality's bellissimo. Yeah, that's Japanese, that one. And then super rich collagen chicken stock, like a hot pot thing. Look at that. Chefs, you can see them in the kitchen making these beautiful broths, and we're gonna have a whole roast chicken. Oh, look how nice that is. Sit at that counter. Tony, you got yakitori there, Japanese chicken. Okay, thank you. And then what's this one here? Another Japanese one. There's squid balls. That's Japanese. Serving out a hole in the wall. It's mad. I think food here in Bangkok's good, but this is something else. I wasn't expecting it to be anything like as good as this. It's incredible. Just the choice and the amount of options available. Just never seen anything like it. Another typical street scene. On the corner you've got like a bakery, a sandwich shop with the baguettes, and then people sat up here, and then down on the street. Ooh, I'm looking for some watermelon. Japanese again there? Yeah, Japanese. I mean, we literally just come around the corner from that other Japanese place. And there's spas and massages everywhere. I'm going to have a proper full body massage tonight. It's like, I think we can get one for 120,000. I can't remember, it's like $3 or $4. You can get something similar in Thailand, but I mean, it's crazy cheap. Because I've got to get up at 5 o'clock to start my motorbike ride tomorrow. There's a spa there, one there. God, it's crazy. One thing I wasn't expecting, maybe this is Japantown. These are all Japanese restaurants. That makes sense. They'll have a Japantown here, won't they? So yeah, they're very polite. Like Thais. Thais have a specific way of doing it. They do the Y with their hands clasped together. They'll dip their heads when they walk past you like that. And I do that here. I've taken Thai politeness to Vietnam, because man, they appreciate it. If you're polite and quiet, they're like the Thais. The traffic's mad and it's noisy, but the people themselves are very quiet. and polite. So yeah, this is definitely Japantown. Japanese. Oh right, so I didn't know they had that. That's a great thing about just walking around and find something like Japantown. Man, you get great quality. I've seen it already. I went into a sushi bar to ask directions yesterday, and it was just absolutely mint. Beautiful wooden counter, the fish laid out. So I love sushi, along with many other things. And that's like the 7-Eleven. I'd say the 7-Eleven's better here for me than it is in Thailand, because you can get like fresh baguettes with meat, all kinds of nice but more fresh stuff, and the quality of the coffee's better because they're leading coffee growers. So look, she's got a traditional hat on, the girl in the massage. Facial nail foot shop, she's wearing the traditional, they're all wearing the traditional outfits down there. There's a lot of the Japanese going for all these treatments, they love it. What's that? La Costadia. Italian cuisine, there you go, Italian, more Japanese. Akatombo. Pho noodles. I might come back here tonight. It's quite interesting, might have a Japanese meal. Japanese food ain't just sushi. People out there that think it's just sushi, it's not. Curries, soups, you name it, they do it. It's delicious. Boom. Right, I'm still in Japantown. The foreigners sat in Subway are the first foreigners that I've seen for about 2 hours walking around the back streets over here and across the river and round. All this beautiful food available. Vietnamese, Japanese. Who the hell goes to bloody Subway? Who? I should go in there now, grab them all, and drag them along the street to one of these bloody gorgeous restaurants and force them to eat that instead. Another Japanese, Sapporo beer, not bad but not my favourite. My favourite is sake. What Asahi. Chilled, overlooking the ocean. It's funny how that happens. Like, so I saw my first tourists there, now there's one there, there's a family there, there's some Japanese girls over here. You can tell because of the style of dresses they wear, they're Japanese, and the facial. But it's funny how they zone us, like, or we zone ourselves. Oh, another beautiful tree-lined boulevard. We kind of zone ourselves. I might walk down there actually, it looks really nice. We zone ourselves into only going to certain parts of the city. I guess a lot of us on limited time as well, so you kind of just do the main things. But just getting out and seeing these little neighbourhoods, this looks posh, this bit. It's beautiful. Pretty palatial hotel. That's the back of the Opera House. Japantown's just back there. Oh, where are we? It's the Park Hyatt Saigon. Should have stayed here really. Should have stayed here, but I thought I'd see how the other half lived. I'll stay here next time. Again, that's the Opera House and the big tower, and then Hotel Continental Saigon, and then the Hyatt next door to it. This is like the swankiest of swankies. But it actually doesn't take that much to stay here. It's a little bit posh here. Versace. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Some nice French architecture. I'd love to tell you what that building is. I have no bloody idea. Yeah, so yeah, that's quite ornate architecture. I love these uniforms, like the traffic guys are in the yellow, army guys are in the green, police guys are not in blue. I can't quite remember what they're in. I think they were green as well. I like green. Wow. Fixing shoes They're all kids, man. So I've got a Spanish restaurant there, I've just got a house. And look how cool these lads look here with the tats and Last Empire Tower. Lovely. Just cool, aren't they? There. He's just soldering electronic cords together. Is that right? That's okay, yeah. Carry on, yeah. The girls sat there. It's like a hardware store. And then you've got another of the bridges across the river. There's just so much life in this city. I spoke to a guy in the motorbike shop yesterday and asked him how he likes living here. He said he's about my age. He likes it. He said he could never live in the countryside. So exciting in the city. So yeah, very vibrant city. This must be like a hardware area. They're all hardware shops. They're selling bits and pieces. Yeah, one interesting thing about Vietnam is it's a very young population. I can't remember the exact statistics, but something around 60% of the population are under the age of 30 or 35 or something. Point being, anyway, it's a massively young population, and the young people are really friendly towards foreigners generally, so it creates a really good atmosphere for us to be in. Yeah, one other thing I noticed about Vietnamese people actually is they're more gentle than Thais. Thais can be quite aggressive when they're upset. They're not supposed to lose their cool, but when they do, they go nuts. I haven't seen one single person here lose their temper on the street for anything. And they're very, like, when they're like playing with each other, like the men, when they're like joking around, they don't shove each other hard or anything like that. It's all very soft and gentle. Whereas Thai, you see, Muay Thai boxing is the national sport in Thailand. Like, a lot of people know how to physically fight. These people don't. They're not interested. There's hardly any gyms. They don't really go in for martial arts, boxing. There's a bit of it coming slowly, but no, not really into it. Very gentle people. So we're almost at Walking Street down there. We've got Baskin Robbins here. The original, not a copy. That's where I stayed the first time I was here. Hotel down there. But come night time, this goes mad. Even the young kids that go on these bar crawls from our hostel, I've seen a few of them, and one of them said this morning he was absolutely wasted, lost all his money. Champion Sports Bar, so you can watch all your Premier League football there, have a cold beer and some good food. And it then starts all these nuts bars down here, where at night they just blast out music and all the young people go. I'm not young anymore, I'm not allowed to go. It's funny, I ate here. First time I came, stayed down there and I ate here. I ate here, oh look at that, looks great. Chicken leg on rice, that one, ooh, looks amazing. Yeah, I ate there with a group of American doctors that were training. A group of young American doctors who were staying here training. And this time, staying at my hostel, there's a group of about 15 French food scientists, all young in their 20s, who've been sent out here. They're visiting factories, they've been whiskey tasting, and basically, yeah, that goes in the barmy sandwich, that all the meat's gorgeous. Yeah, very much like Khao San Road in Thailand, but no restrictions. Like they put all sorts of restrictions on Khao San Road. Bars have to close by midnight and stuff. This goes on until 4 o'clock in the morning. There's probably lock-in places as well, but it just bangs at night. It's too much for me. Can't deal with it. Yeah, I didn't realise you can see the big financial tower right at the end of this street. Yeah, and off it there's all these little side alleys like this, which is so cool to walk down and see all kinds of stuff down here. Motorbikes come down here, shops down here, it's mad. Look at the electricity. Mad. Food, seafood, food, people, so pretty. Carpet. Homestay, if you want to stay here, RV homestay. Little dog doing his business. Probably didn't appreciate me filming it. It's just amazing, like a labyrinth, a real labyrinth. Oh yeah. So cool. Trash. Clothes drying. Getting a bit disorientated. So cool. Bicycle, orange tree. What's this one? Another quite busy street. That's the main backpacker street. I've got to ask a question about my motorbike actually, how to get a USB cord, just a short one to attach from the phone to the charger that's built onto the bike. Because my charger's really long, I don't think that's going to work. And that concludes today's walking tour. I've done 18 kilometres according to my Fitbit. So what's that in miles? 18, 11, 12 miles-ish. Not bad. How many steps? Fitbit says 24,000 steps. Not finished yet, I'm going for a run now. But actually I'm going to do a bit of admin, let it cool down a bit. It's only 3:30, it's still pretty bloody hot. Give it a couple of hours to cool down. And then I'll be off for a little run. Rest my legs as well, I need it. Yeah, and after all that's done, I'm going to go, I think I'm going to have a full body massage. Don't normally go for massages, but I'm going to go and get a full body massage, loosen up my muscles. Right. Looking for a different coffee shop. A bit bored with the one I've been going to. It is a bit dour, so I might find somewhere else. Maybe I'll go back to the place where I was watching that roundabout this morning. Crazy. Hi. Impossible. Gonna stick a fridge on the back of the Honda Dream. The Honda Dream? No, Super Club. Brave.